The following is a presentation of the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the Seymour-Hannah Sports and Entertainment Center, home of the St. Catharines Falcons, the site of the opening game of the 2025 Sutherland Cup Final, powered by Collins Clothiers, as the Eastern Conference champion Falcons take on the Western Conference champion Chatham Maroons. These two teams have taken slightly different paths to get here. St. Catharines took down Hamilton in 5 games to open their playoff slate. They then swept Brantford in the second round and took down Fort Erie in 6 games in the Eastern Conference championship. For the Maroons, it was also a 5-game series to open their playoffs as they took down Elmira in round 1. Then they had 2 series that went the distance. In the second round, the Maroons knocked out Stratford in 7 games. Then in the Western Conference Final, the Maroons defeated St. Mary's in a thriller of a Game 7. Throughout the playoffs, Cameron Lowe has been a massive contributor to this Falcons squad. Lowe has posted 6 goals and 18 assists for 24 points in 15 games, and he was named the Eastern Conference Playoff MVP after their conference championship, and has also scored in 3 consecutive games. On the back end, Dallas Hibbert is 3rd in league scoring among defensemen in the playoffs. Hibbert has put up 4 goals and 8 assists for 12 points in 15 games. In goal, Hayden Jeffrey is 2nd league-wide in goals against average, sitting at .201 with a .931 save percentage in the playoffs, starting all 15 games that his team has played. For the Maroons forward, Dylan Richter was a massive pickup at the trade deadline and has been stellar all playoffs long. In 15 games, he's put up 11 goals and 11 assists for 22 points, and he was named the Western Conference Playoff MVP after the West Final. On the back end, Captain Blaine Bassick ranks 2nd in D scoring in the postseason with a goal and 12 assists for 13 points in 19 games. In goal, Gannon Hunter has backstopped this Maroons playoff run. At just 17 years old, Hunter has put together an impressive season and performance. Hunter has played in every playoff game for Chatham and gets the call here tonight. Before this one, let's hear from both captains and coaches. Cameron Lowe and Tyler Bealby from the St. Catharines Falcons, and Blaine Bassick and Richard Santos from the Chatham Maroons.
We did our homework on them. They're a great team. Got some big defensemen back there and some speedy forwards, and their goaltenders played really well. But yeah, we just got to get pucks behind their D and crash and bang, get to the net, and we've had success doing that all playoffs. So just continue doing that, and we'll be fine.
We talk about it a lot, talk about it all season. You know, to get to this stage, we can't be selfish, and so the crest is everything. The tradition behind the crest, and you know, the people and the players that came before us that maybe came up short in Sutherland Cup, and the players that will come after us, and just remind the guys that they're a part of something bigger than them. This is an organization that has been successful for many years, but even with the 18, I believe it is conference championships, there's only 2 Sutherland Cups. So they have an opportunity to represent that crest in the highest fashion, and we're ready to go.
Boys are super excited. Yeah, since day one, we knew this was a possibility to be here, and we knew it was a possibility to win the whole thing. And I think the group of guys we believe we can. And yeah, we're ready to show that.
I think you're going to see 2 solid teams that are going to come ready to compete. Both teams compete at a very high level in different ways, obviously. They're a little bit bigger, they're a little bit stronger, but we're also a little bit faster. So I think you're going to see a chess match between 2 coaches that have a good pulse on their team. And you're going to see 2 teams that are going to switch the ways they do things through Game 1, through Game 2, through Game 3, and till whoever wins and to whoever quits. So for us, it's going to be stick to what we do, and then we adapt if we can.
It's a rematch of the 2022 final as St. Catharines tries to pick up their 3rd championship in team history, while Chatham looks to redeem themselves after a loss to the Falcons in 2022 and pick up their 2nd Sutherland Cup in their history. It's Game 1 of the Sutherland Cup Championship Final. It's St. Catharines, it's Chatham, and Puck Drop is next on 519 Sports. Van Netten, watched by Atkinson, comes up the wall. Ferguson chips it ahead to McChesney. Ewan McChesney over the blue line. McChesney walking, shooting, scores! Ewan McChesney finds the back of the net and opens the scoring in Game 1 of the Sutherland Cup Final for Chatham. It'll come back to Harris at center. Harris over the blue line, fires a shot. Glove save, Gannon Hunter. He'll look to play it. Fires it up the wall in the direction of Richter. It hit the errant stick and will come back to Brennan Grenville. Now Cameron Lowe. Lowe with a shot. Hunter able to make the save, and he'll hold on as Kuchar gets into it out front with Grenville. Cruz Ferguson gives way to Josh Harding. Harding skates down the wing. Harding a shot. Pad save, Jeffrey. Comes back up to the line, Van Netten. Van Netten on goal. Jeffrey makes the save again, and he'll hold on for a whistle. LaChance at the blue line now. Tried to go cross ice. It gets cut. Here's Cam Lowe the other way. On a breakaway. Cameron Lowe stopped by Gannon Hunter as he sticks out the right pad and makes the save. Harding had the go-ahead goal for Chatham against St. Mary's on Tuesday night. Liam Campbell's shot just misses the net. A big hit late on the far side. It was Valancourt that delivered it. Burnham flips it in deep. Chatham will make changes. Campbell and Ferguson head off while Richter goes to apply pressure on Forrest. Forrest goes cross ice, two in, takes a hit. Richter centers, Chadwick on the doorstep. He scores! Back-to-back games of the goal for Carter Chadwick. He makes it 2-0 Chatham with 7:38 left in the first. He fell down to the ice, no arm up on this play. It was Burnham, if you'll recall, that took the boarding penalty 2 minutes into the first period. Kuchar over the red line, now for Chadwick. Chadwick goes into the corner. He takes a big hit. That's going to be a penalty, and this time Chatham will go to the power play, and we've got a Maroon down along the near side boards. Chatham head coach Richard Santos telling his team to settle. LaChance, cross ice. Here's Edgar with space, puts it out front, and they score! Eamon Edgar threw it out front. And the 15-year-old kid has his second of the playoffs. It's 3-0 Chatham in the first period. Harding over the blue line. Throws it in off the end boards. Mitch Dimitro after it. Matheson centers, loose puck. Edgar on it, stopped by Jeffrey. Rebound, he scores! Eamon Edgar has 2 goals. That one a backhander. Then he gets around Hayden Jeffrey, and it's 4-0 Maroons in the first period. Back down low, pass cut by Richter. Here's Campbell. Liam Campbell over the blue line, stops up, looking for an option. Campbell walking, plays it down low. That one cut by Valancourt. Now Truby gets decked by Trent Valancourt. Sean Truby the other way. Truby peels back, finds Richter. Richter a move. Richter on goal, save Jeffrey. Puck's loose. It's going towards the goal line, and it'll be cleared down the ice. Now back through center, Dewar. Dewar skating towards the net. Centering pass! The puck just went wide. What a chance for Marcus Harris to get St. Catharines on the board. Dewar back on it. Dewar around the net. Centering feed. That shot sails high. Kuchar up the wall. Turned over. Here's Forrest over the blue line. Forrest looking for options. Fires a shot. Glove save, Gannon Hunter. And he'll hold on. Matt Freeze through center. Freeze plays it down below the goal line. Hunter backhands it around the wall. Towards Harris, sharp angle shot, save Hunter. Rebound there, they score! Trayson Dewar finds the back of the net for St. Catharines and gets them their first goal of the final. It's a 4-1 game. Loses possession of the puck. Here's Harding. Harding goes cross ice. Van Netten off the wall. Matheson. Matheson couldn't get to it. Jeffrey leaves it there. Matheson centers. Edgar! He scores! Do you believe it? Eamon Edgar has a hat trick in game 1 of the Sutherland Cup Finals. What a performance from the kid. Chips it in, Tuin tries to send it back out to center. It's cut by Richter. For Truby a shot, he put it high. It'll come back to Bassick, he fans on it. Now through center, Agrimayer. Agrimayer fires a shot, glove save. Gannon Hunter, and he'll hold on. It'll be played back up to the point. McChesney able to hold momentarily. Now forced out to center by Muty. Taken back by McChesney. He sends it down to Ferguson. Centering pass. And Zanudo buries it. McChesney to Ferguson to Zanudo. And Chatham's up by 5. It's 6-1 Maroons. Jacob Saranac comes into the crease, taking over for Hayden Jeffrey. With the Falcons down by 5 here halfway through this contest. Nathan Duplessis off the glass. Glove down by Forche Smith. Forche Smith fires it on goal, saved by Saranac. Here's Grenville. Grenville the other way. Brennan Grenville drops it off. Cameron Lowe towards the net, and they score! St. Catharines makes it 6-2 as Cameron Lowe finds the back of the net for the Falcons. Playing it on the backhand, up to Blaine Bassick. His shot blocked by Marcus Harris. Here's Trayson Dewar speeding in for St. Catharines. Dewar to the goal, stopped by Hunter, and Bassick clears. Forrest back with it, sends it into the corner. Centering pass for Lowe, never got there. Duplessis tries to get it to the slot. Lowe a shot, that one blocked. Back at 5-on-5. Richter in the corner, dying seconds of the period. And that'll do it for the second frame, but Harding and Duplessis getting into it down low here. A little bit of action below the goal line after the buzzer here in the second period. Burnham and Duplessis down to the ice. To Forche Smith, now in the direction of LaChance. Back up at the blue line. Here's a shot. That one just goes wide. Rebound there. Cameron Lowe hit the side of the net. What a chance for St. Catharines. William Moore, now Duplessis. Duplessis a shot. Glove save, Gannon Hunter. He'll fly through center. Tries to get it towards Agrimayer. Now down low, Forche Smith. A big collision near the goal. Gannon Hunter gets taken out. Bassick not happy about it. Didn't catch who the Falcon was that ran into Hunter there, but he went right down, knocking the net off in the process. He signals to his head coach, Richard Santos, that he's all good. Campbell can't come up with it. Out to center, Petrovsky shorthanded. Calvin Petrovsky into the corner, takes a shot, saved by Gannon Hunter, and he'll hold on as LaChance drags Atkinson away from his netminder. Bassick from his own end. Agrimayer out of the box. Chatham now 1 for 3 on the man advantage in this game. Ferguson over the blue line, drops it back. Here's Zanudo, fires a shot, hit the side of the net. Zanudo tries to go back to Ferguson. Brennan Grenville from the corner, up the line. Dallas Hibbert takes a shot, save Hunter. Rebound loose, Hunter down. It'll come up to the line for Hibbert. Hibbert fires a shot, save Hunter. Rebound there, here's a shot, and they score! Brendan Grenville finds the back of the net and makes it a 6-3 game just over halfway through the third period. And now we've got some words being exchanged at the Chatham end. Looks like Matheson is going to be penalized here as Grenville makes it 6-3, and St. Catharines will go to the power play. Over the blue line, sends it in. It'll be taken back now by Forche Smith. Jackson Forche Smith lays the body down low. Now here's Forrest. Forrest, cross ice feed. Sent in deep by Valancourt, bouncing puck, and Hunter will cover up and hold on. Hunter stepping up on his man now. I believe that was Mustafi that crashed the crease there for St. Catharines. Matt Freeze, rather, it looks like. Hunter not a fan of the presence in his crease today. So St. Catharines calls their timeout. 3:53 to go in the third period, down by 3 goals. Falcons gonna pull the netminder Saranac here early, trying to get 3 quick ones and tie this game back up in the third period. Puck is flipped in deep. Hunter off the wall, low, cross ice pass. That one blocked. Forrest for Hibbert. Hibbert makes a move, backhanded towards the net. Chance of the doorstep. Hunter the save. Chatham looking to clear. Forche Smith out to center, but no further. Hibbert for Lowe. Chadwick applying pressure. Chadwick to the empty net. He scores. Carter Chadwick, his second of the night. This one finds the empty net, and it's a 7-3 Chatham lead. Hunt into the offensive zone. Cross ice pass for Campbell, just misfired. He's taken down. LaChance's shot. That one blocked. Hunt, stick handles, shoots that one wide. Campbell getting into it now, down low with Moore. Moore trying to get a piece of him, Valancourt. Valancourt and Campbell tied up. The officials trying to separate them. Campbell took a hit and tried to get back at Valancourt. They then got tied up and took each other in the boards. It will be 4-on-4. Both guys to the room. Turnover, Harris. Great glove save. Gannon Hunter flashing the leather on a Friday night. So Chatham takes game one of the Sutherland Cup final by a score of 7-3. 2 goals from Carter Chadwick, a hat trick from Eamon Edgar, and Ewan McChesney supplementing the scoring as well for the Maroons. A big day for Chatham on the score sheet. They take this one 7-3 and take a 1-0 series lead in the final.
I thought we played a really good team game today. We all came together. And it showed. We had a really good first period, brought it to them, and we know we got a lot more, and we got a lot more to show with these next games in the series. Yeah, we're just super excited to do that. I'm just super grateful to Coach Santos, putting me in this lineup and trusting me to be myself and have the confidence to go out there and do what I can do. And when I'm playing with confidence, I feel that stuff like that can happen, and I'm super happy to contribute for the team tonight.
He's so patient with the puck, and he can think at such a fast ability that it's probably better than most players on the ice, and he showed that tonight, just finding the right areas and finding the right spots to score. And he's not just a goal scorer; he can make really good passes, as we see in a different series. So he'll do good at the next level next year, and I'm excited to watch how he does.
Kid's unbelievable. The kid's unbelievable. Barry got a steal in the second round with that kid, and he's going to unfortunately never wear an M after this series again, but can't speak highly about this kid. He's smart. His puck skills jump off the page. Actually, a little bit of grit you saw tonight, and he buried when he gets his chances. So he's a 5-tool hockey player. Yeah, McChesney's a kid that's in and out of our lineup, and obviously you saw the hunger coming out of him that he doesn't want to get taken out of the lineup again. So when you get taken out of the lineup and you go to the coach and say, hey, I'm going to show you that I should be in here, good on him. I give him all the credit in the world. And Eamon, like we said, kid's a 15-year-old stud. He's the poise on that kid is unbelievable. And if it's going to be our 17 and 16 and 15-year-olds that are going to take us to the promised land, it doesn't matter how we get there, it's that we get there. To be honest, I think that we left a little bit out on the ice tonight. We came ready in the first. We stuck to the game plan in the first, and then it looked a little bit like we went on coast mode, and you saw they put up 2 goals on us. So it's a 60-minute game. We got to play a full 60, and I expect us to play a full 60 in game 2.
Thought we didn't show any quit. I thought we outplayed them for the last 30 minutes of that game, and we kind of just had a couple minutes here and there that they just, they're a good scoring team, and they'll score on their chances, and we didn't score on any of our chances, but, we just got to clean things up for Sunday night. We just got to throw it off our shoulders, come out physical next game. They didn't really like the physicality when we brought it to them. So, in the small rink that they play in, I think that's going to be a big factor. And just, try to bear down on our chances and try to defend a little bit better.
And we didn't learn that they're a good team. When it's all said and done, that they got out of a tough conference in the West. They deserve to be here, so we knew we were going to get their best. But we learned that if we take a mental break and have a mental lapse and don't defend and do what makes us special, a team like that will capitalize and make you pay for it. Make sure we just prepare and come to the rink with good structure on Sunday. There's a lot of takeaways. We have guys that played right till the buzzer. We got a 15-year-old out on that ice that I thought was the best player on the ice in the last 30 minutes of the game, both teams. That's a takeaway. If a kid like 21 there is going to show up and compete like that when he hasn't been with us all year, the rest of the guys will get in behind him. On top of that, we know that when we brought traffic, they struggled a bit. So we got to get to the inside. We can't be a perimeter team. That's what they did in the first period. That's how they got to that net. They sent 3 guys to that net. They got to the inside. So we just got to make sure we're ready. When you're not a part of our team all year, it's difficult to insert these guys if they can't get that feel that they've been here all year. And Alex has just fit in. And the biggest thing for me is that, everybody talked about his feet. They talk about his offense. I can't believe that kid's 140 pounds soaking wet. He probably led our team in hits tonight. He's a competitor. Kitchener Rangers had a great pick there. But it's a long series, and he's going to have to continue to learn and get better as well. But considering for the environment tonight, man, he was all world. So we'll rally behind the guys that showed up, and we'll be ready to go. Even a couple years ago when we were there, we played really well in that arena, both in the round robin and, of course, in the Sutherland Cup finals. So, but this is a different team, so that doesn't mean much. But once again, our guys didn't fold in Fort Erie. They didn't let that 2,000 plus get to them. They showed up and they took 2 big road wins. So we'll do the same thing. We'll go and Chatham. They'll have those lights off. That smoke will be flying. It'll start getting loud. But we can get behind a city like that You know, it's small town hockey, and we just got to feed off that energy. You know, that's where my mom's side of the family is, and grandfather spent a lot of time at the old Montreal house in Chatham. So we're excited to go there. But no question, we're up against some real hockey fans and some real hockey people. We look to send them home quietly.